Now we are going to discuss about random forest algorithm. Now this random forest algorithm is a supervised classification and regression algorithm. As the name suggests, this algorithm randomly creates a forest of several trees. Generally, more the trees in the forest, more robust the forest looks like. Similarly, in the random forest classifier, the higher number of trees in the forest, greater is the accuracy of the model, or let's say the result. For example, if you see like this, that this is your data set, and like this is a subtree, this is another subtree, and this is another subtree. So these are the three subtrees which are there, or we can say that sub data set also which are there. Now what it does is, now here are several trees which are formed with the help of this. Like this. So now these are actually what the decision trees which we have done. So when several decision trees are combined together, they build up a random forest. In other words, random forest build multiple decision trees, that is called a forest, and glues them together to get more accurate and stable prediction. The forest it builds is a collection of decision trees trained with the bagging model. Now a question might arise in your mind that when we already have decision tree, then why there is a need of random forest? We already discussed about decision tree, right? So in simple terms, for larger data, that means a big amount of data, we need to form a deep decision tree. This may suffer from the problem of overfitting, which we discussed in our previous videos about overfitting. So to reduce this problem, we use random forest, as random forest prevent the overfitting by creating trees on random subset of training sample. So that's why we need sometimes random forest in place of decision tree. It is also combination of decision tree only that forms a random forest. Next, I want to discuss you with a new term, that is ensemble learning. Now what this ensemble learning is, to form a strong prediction model, we join different or same types of algorithm multiple times. That is known as ensemble learning. So that is ensemble learning, and random forest consists of many decision tree. It is a kind of forming forest of trees. That means random forest combine multiple same type of decision tree algorithm for a random forest algorithm. Now let us see that how it works. So the very first step is select n numbers of sample from dataset. The next step is build decision for each sample and predict the result of each decision tree. The third step is voting is done for each predicted result of decision tree. Now what this voting actually is, that these are the few predicted samples which are there, and now voting will be done on these particular samples. And in the fourth step, what it does is the majority or the prediction result will majority vote wins. So that means which has the majority. So here you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is actually having the majority instead of 4. So the random forest will select 1 as the predicted output. To predict a new record in case of classification, each tree in the forest predict a result and the category with majority votes actually win. In the case of regression, the new result predicted take an average of all the predicted result of each tree of the forest. So this is all about the basics of random forest algorithm. That is how the algorithm works, what is ensemble. And then here you can see that the overfitting, which is a major cause of decision tree, that is overcome with the random forest algorithm. Next we will discuss a very simple example with the help of program about random forest.